I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like this service when it's free because, you know, you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bills. Today is Friday the 10th for the weekly wrap-up. Let's take a look at the grain hedge trading platform to see where we closed off the day. Corn trading down a penny, soybeans down 1.5 cents, and wheat in Chicago leading to the upside, up 8 1/4 cents here on the day. Now I think this wheat market had a little bit of spread unwinding here. What we saw, it really looks, when you look at the daily chart, you can kind of see wheat market seems to be kind of hammering out a bottom here. The dryness throughout the plains, I think, is something that we need to be cautious about. We did get a nice little reduction in ending stocks here in the last WASDE report released out yesterday. So when you look at overall outlook here for wheat, I think one thing that we want to pay very close attention to is next week's weather. Do we get a change in the forecast at all? When these revisions in the forecast come through, is it going to turn drier at all? Because right now is very critical, of course, for the development. If things do continue to get drier and we don't get the weather relief here in Texas and in parts of Oklahoma where precipitation is expected here in the 6 to 14 day outlook, I think that there's a good chance that we could get some serious damage here to that winter wheat crop. We'll have to see how that pans out. Pay very close attention to the crop conditions report expected out on Monday. Now, one thing we want to talk a little bit about is, of course, NOPA crush numbers. NOPA crush numbers are expected to come in here for the outlook for March here of 155.261 million bushels crushed for March. Now, keep in mind that last year we had 153.840 million bushels, and when you look at the last 4-year average, it was 143.094 million bushels crushed for the month of March. So really, we're expecting to see this out on Wednesday, and we're expecting average analyst guesses somewhere around 155.261 million bushels crushed. Now, this morning we did get some news out for soybeans. This is another soybean topic here. We did get a nice export sale. It was reportable, which means it was over 100,000 metric tons. We actually saw 200,000 metric tons sold to unknown destinations. 160,000 metric tons of that was sold for old crop. 60,000 metric tons was new crop. And then, of course, that's very positive when you think about the weekly export sales that we got out this week. We had cancellations of over 100,000 metric tons. So with this nice little reportable sale, I think that was very positive. What we saw in terms of trade action day for soybeans, we broke below the low that we saw on the March 31st planting intentions report, but we were able to close back up toward the opening part of the day, only closing down 1.5 cents. Now, when you look at the overall trend here, it seems like over the last week, soybeans shed a lot of points, down over 32 cents here on the week. But really, when you look at the price action here today, I think there is a possibility we get a little bit of a rebound here on Monday. We'll have to see if that is the case. Let's talk a little bit about the cash market. One thing to note is that corn and soybeans, on average, up only 0.5 cent here on the week. We did see stronger Gulf for corn. We also saw stronger basis along the river markets. River terminals were up 2 cents here. We did see barge rates increase mostly along the Illinois River, and ethanol for the most part was unchanged. Let's talk a little bit about soybeans here, because on average it was up only really about 0.5 cent to 1 cent. We did notice that the river markets declined here this week, down 2 cents on the week, but we did see crush plants up 2.5 cents. So we are a little bit of a mixed trade between the major grain buyers here, between the river market, which started to slump a bit, and the crushing plants, which actually added a bit to their bid. Guys, that wraps up today's show. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, give us a call. The number is 877-472-4600. 07. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and take a demo of our grain hedge trading platform. You can do so at grainhedge.com. The top right-hand corner, there's a 14-day free trial button. Click that, put in your name, number. We'll get in touch with you. Make sure you get the education you need to get the most out of that 14-day free trial. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here on Monday.